Hello, and this is a painting showcase of the miniatures I painted for my challenge that I did for myself, which was my blind Warcolours blind box painting challenge, which is basically I used these colors and these colors because basically the colors I got in a blind box to see what can I do with those limited colors. Also, I added white and black to it. So I'm gonna start. Let's start from the first one I painted, or finished painting, which was this guy. If it will focus on him, that would be nice. There we go. And this miniature is from Peahc Dreadball Extreme, something like that. Yeah, it's kind of like I decided to paint him as like a metallic roly-poly using, well, the main color is this metallic blue, which I really ended up liking. And yeah, I had actually quick and easy to paint and fun as well. Then the second one that I finished was, well, don't remember which robots, I'm just gonna show both. So here are the two robots. Very nice, the way that I painted most of these two, yeah, pretty much all of them, is the fact that start off with black, then I dry brushed white, like a heavy dry brush of white, and then, thin glazes. And this is how they turned out. I will say one thing of note on both of these robots is the fact that the metallic thing that I did there was horrific, because it's this metallic pale gold. It says opaque, it's not opaque at all. Like this I would consider opaque. They have the same bars, but this covers well. And the fact that if this said like, if it had a one bar, I would be like, okay, it makes sense that it worked the way it did, but no. So yeah, I would not recommend that paint. And what I had to do on this one is I had to do a bright silver. So I think I actually used Stormhose Silver as a base coat. I had to do it. And then I put like 10 coats of this pale gold over, and that's how it turned out. But other than that, on these guys, they were fun to paint, but goddamn. And the reason why is because I wanted to use every single color on these 6 miniatures. So I've used every single color little here and there on them. And then I'm gonna show off the third guy of this set. These guys all from Dreadball Extreme, but I decided to make it so that this guy is like the robot's master, which is why they have like the same base. And yeah, this is how he looks. Oh yeah, also on this guy, actually, I had some of that silver left, so I did his armor pieces with that silver. So I guess I added silver as well to the paint, because there wasn't silver in it, but I didn't want to waste that paint, because I put way too much on the what's called the palette. But yeah, but every other color is, from the blind box. And the next one I decided to paint was this guy, because like I said, I had some of the silver on the base, on the palette, so I decided to put the silvers here and then on the base, on that gun right there. Uh, and this monkey man is probably the one that I'm the happiest with. Mostly because of the face, if I can manage to. There we go. I actually really like how the face turned out. I think it's better if I just zoom in instead of move my hand closer. The face is, the white, like I said, with orange shade, like 2 or 3 coats of that. And he gave this, like, I don't know, I really like how it looked for like a monkey species, skin color. And then the hair is olive shade, this right here. That's pretty much everything off note. I mean, I would say the base is fun. The base is the same base as these ones, because I have like 10 of these bases that I must have done for something Warhammer Fantasy. Like I pre-made the bases, but I never used them, I guess. I assume probably 10 with Chaos Warriors. That I decided I'm not then going to use on the square bases, so I have 10 pretty much pre-made square bases. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put, because for me this year is the year, if you have it, use it. So I had it and I'll use it. Yeah, and just painted the base differently to give a different look, even though the base thing is the same, it's just sand. And then the last one I finished was this girl, and she's also pretty much the one that I'm the least happy with. And I think a lot of it has to do with the skin color. I didn't really have, a good skin paint. Decided, you know what? I have some greens, the Goblinoid Antithesis paint. Then I have 2 different, I have a green glaze, and I have a green from the blind box. So basically I have 3 greens. I'm gonna use that as the skin color, but yeah, did not end up the best. And actually, one thing I do like is that I liked how the eyes ended up looking. Like she has lost one eye, and then I actually liked how that eye ended up. It was not intentional for it to be that she just lost one eye, but that's how it ended up being, and I like it. Yeah. That's pretty much it. That is my showcase. What did I learn? Well, I learned to use, limited palettes. And using, mixing some paints and all that. I mean, this is the paint that on this girl, for example, is purple mixed with white. Purple 4 mixed with some white. Because at first I did her blonde, that black and white with then a yellow glaze over it. But I don't know, I did not like how the green skin looked against the blonde hair. So I decided to go, let's go with a pink, because I don't know, it fits in a bit better with everything else. And she's like a rock and roll chick, rock and roll orc lady. If I were to paint her without having a limited palette, I would paint her, like a human skin tone. I think that would really make her look better, but since it's for this challenge, I'll be like, maybe over time I'll start liking this a bit more.